Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. There is a big news in terms of at&t WarnerMedia-Discovery today, and I want to talk all about it. I kind of read it up a little bit, and I'm wondering, could there be a chance that we could restore Snyderverse that way? Well, let's gather all the information together. But first comes first, I have to thank my newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you to, once again, Olga Murillo for joining as a member of the Ping Pong Flix Show over on the live chat. And also thank you to Deadpool Nightmare for joining as well the other day. Also thank you to Tar J, the man, for rejoining. So thank you very much for everybody else. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right. Let's get into the new topics of the day. Let's get into some DC first. Let's get some DC stuff out of the way, right? So, Jurnee Smollett, it was at the MTV Movie Awards. She actually spoke a little bit about a Black Canary HBO series. Let's hear what she had to say.
I did see online that people are pulling for a Black Canary spin-off TV show. Oh, why are you smiling so big right now?
Because I think
you
it's
want
just
it to happen?
so amazing to see the fans be so passionate and to see them accept the character and root for the character. I love Black Canary. I love Dinah Lance. It's such an honor to play her, and it means so much to me that the fans love it.
Could it happen? Have there been any sort of conversations?
Listen, it's above my pay grade. It's no secret how much I love the character and how much I would love to continue playing her. So talk to DC, man. You guys, I wish I had more say in it.
Would it be a TV show or could it be its own sort of standalone movie? Like, if you could fish your wish.
You are good.
I love the character. I was like, this girl was born to play this.
What do you think? What would you like to?
I think a TV show, but I also like to binge watch things, and I feel like you connect more with TV.
Okay.
Or at least I do. So if I was in charge of development, I am not. That's what I would do.
Okay, good to know.
I did.
So, it sounds like it's actually happening. It sounds like there's actual conversations being made. Just looking at Jurnee Smollett's reactions about it, and she's like, really trying to be very coy about it. I feel like just body language and how she's, pulling back a little bit. I feel like there are actual conversations about Black Canary HBO series, or at least some negotiations happening, something like that. I feel like that is something that is, for factually actually happening. So, but we'll see. We'll see what the updates. But it does, obviously she really wants to do it, and it just seems like there may actually be something there. So that's Black Canary HBO series. All right, moving on. So Black Adam, there's got some cool stuff. This is coming from Murphy's Multiverse, exclusive. They have an exclusive description of Hawkman's ship in Black Adam. Back in March, a couple of images of a Black Adam set being built led our own John Sabato to speculate that the production might be building Hawkman's Thanagarian Star Cruiser. I can now confirm that it was indeed the set piece that was built in those pictures. In addition, here's an exclusive and detailed description of the finished Hawkman ship set. Woo! I love that. Intergalactic. I will love some of that galactic part in here, right? It's awesome. It's sleek. Has this curved look to it. A raised circular sitting area in the back and a big set of long red lights that curve from the back up across the ceiling. There's a medical bay nook, reclined bed with instruments around it, and something that looks like a bar with glass chairs. Hawkman symbol in gold on the floor in the center. Also, one of the hallways has a Hawkman logo in red, glowing at the end of it. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, we weren't able to obtain any pictures of the finished set. However, this information comes from a long-time trusted source of Murphy's Multiverse, so we are confident in this description's validity. What do you think? Are you excited to see Hawkman's ship on the big screen? I am. I am definitely excited to see Hawkman's ship on the big screen. And and come on, man, it's the first Hawkman in the DCU. The first Hawkman, not to mention the first Dr. Fate of the DCU, like the official, big screen. I get that they've been around on CW from Smallville to, Legends and stuff like that. But like, honestly, like nothing, it's DCEU version of it. So, and as of course, Aldous Hodge will play Hawkman in Black Adam. So that's pretty exciting to see that. A little bit of the Black Adam. There's a little bit more of Black Adam. Here's a little interview with LRM exclusive Black Adam screenwriters Rory Haynes and Sohrab Noshrevani briefly discussed the film. Okay, so let's hear what they have to say.
A lot of people are anticipating called Black Adam. I know you can't, tell me anything, but tell me about the experience on adapting a comic book like Black Adam that millions of people are waiting for.
Well, that brings a pressure of its own type, obviously, in a different way, because when you're working with people like Dwayne, this is something on a scale that we've not worked on before. I mean, Dwayne's obviously the biggest movie star on the planet, arguably, and so he's well aware of what it is and knows what something needs to be. And so you're trying to match that bar and make sure, this is something that fans can really enjoy. So, I mean, it's been really fun. I will say, given the scope of it, you would think it would be sort of this intense thing, but it's been a lot of fun. Everybody's great. I mean, it's really, I know that you're supposed to say that, but genuinely, everybody's been really lovely. We've had a really pleasant experience and just a lot of fun writing it.
Large scale, big, and I always thought that it was supposed to be, it would be big. I mean, just gauging from the little concept art and that little teaser we had at DC Fandom last year, that it seems like it's going through different time periods, and it's going to be Black Adam taking on the Justice Society of America, and I'm like, it's got to be huge. I think this thing is going to be very big, right? In intense scale, and now that we know that Hawkman absolutely is going to come, he's going to have that origin of being from outer space, from another planet. That could be another added to the scale. Are we going to see that planet? Maybe we could possibly be. So I can absolutely see that Black Adam being a very massive movie, maybe even more massive than the other projects that are coming out. So that's why Black Adam, for me, is the DC film that I'm looking forward to out of the DC, the current theatrical DCEU. But you know what's bigger than that? Zack Snyder's Justice League, of course. If they restore Snyderverse, it'd be massive and intense, big. Wayne T. Carr says, thank you, DC fans, for the support and positivity. Inspired. Hashtag Snyderverse Green Lantern. Inspired by DC fans. Restore Snyderverse. Photo by Braden Morin. Of course, a little bit of that green glow, because that's Jon Stewart right there. So maybe one day we can definitely see some Jon Stewart. So a little bit more about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Herc Hollywood covered this. It's gone viral, and it was that little on the YouTube they have that. So they had some clips from a bigger interview. I think they just chopped it up to put clips on, which is really smart because there's a lot of things that Zack Snyder revealed. And Zack Snyder revealed in Justice League 2 involving the female Furies landing on Themyscira and fighting the Amazons. Female Furies, Amazon warriors. What? That's crazy. Darkseid and the New Gods invade Earth. The Justice League and Green Lanterns have come together to prevent this formidable war. So it would have been nuts. It would have been crazy, that Justice League Darkseid war, if you will. And I would have loved to have seen it, right? And we maybe we can still do. But, as we Zack Snyder is very much prepared for this. Zack Snyder has his plans for a Justice League sequel set, but unfortunately he hasn't heard from Warner Brothers about it. right? He's got everything figured out. He knows exactly. He already showed us the storyboards for the original plan, right? But he also said, you know what? I'm going to show you the storyboards for the original plan. I'm not going to show you the storyboards of my current plan because there's a chance that may still happen, right? He's got it. He's all put together. I don't know if Chris Terrio wrote a single draft. I don't know. But he's got it all figured out. And so whenever he's ready to go with that whole thing. But it all depends on Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns DC. So they have to be the ones to greenlight this thing, right? But of course, unfortunately, they can't. Because of execs like Toby Emmerich, who was involved in 2017 Justice League and involved in a lot of other things as well, does not like the Snyderverse. They want that to go away, right? But something happened today that kind of make you like, Because remember, the Snyder Cut would have not come out if it wasn't for at&t. If it wasn't for the merger and the introduction of Bob Greensplat and Kevin Riley, who created Warner Max before it was dissolved and Toby Emmerich took over and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Before it was dissolved, when they still had Warner Max, those two individuals, Kevin Riley and Bob Greensplat, they put together Warner Max original content for HBO Max. And that's where the conversation went from no to yes because of them. Now that they're gone, Toby Emmerich is involved. He's now taking control of HBO Max in a way in terms of movies and stuff. And so, and Sarnoff, of course, as well. So, that's, all that. But something happened today. It's almost coming back. If it wasn't for at&t, we never got the Snyder Cut. But now that at&t took over and Toby Emmerich is still there, what happens next? Well, it looks like at&t is in advanced talks to merge Warner Media with Discovery. Deal expected as soon as tomorrow, or by the time you see this, maybe tomorrow, today, I don't know. The key points is the deal will merge Warner Media and Discovery. The new company will be a publicly traded and co-owned by at&t and Discovery shareholders. The transaction expected to be announced as Monday. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, at&t is in advanced talk to merge Warner Media. Okay, so at&t is on top. Warner Media is right here. Discovery comes in. They're going to merge. They're going to say, Discovery, we're going to merge Discovery and Warner Media together to strengthen the combined company against rival media giants Netflix and Disney, according to people familiar with the matter. Okay, meaning Warner Media will combine with Discovery, merge Warner Media and Discovery. You know what happens when two companies merge? What happens when two companies merge? What happens is they have to figure out who's in charge of what. I may have jumped the gun because I wanted to read this first. 3 years ago, at&t Incorporated marched into Hollywood with big ambitions to be a 21st century media colossus, connecting its booming cell phone business with legendary media properties. Now, the company is retreating from those plans. What they're trying to say in the Los Angeles LA Times is that they're spinning off Warner Media. They're like, oh, it wasn't working out. Spinning off Warner Media. And that's why I said Warner Media is joining. They're merging Discovery with Warner Media. And what happens with that? How a Discovery Warner Media merger would rattle Hollywood. If at&t makes a deal to spin off its media assets, sources say it could leave Discovery mogul David Zaslav, I don't know if I'm saying it's right, in the driver's seat along with CNN chief Jeff Zucker, and wouldn't be a promising development for new Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar. Meaning that both companies got their own CEOs, right? They almost have pretty much the same job titles on both sides. When you merge a company, you can't have two people with the same role, right? You can't have a CEO and another CEO. That doesn't work. They don't become partners. One's got to go and the other one takes over. So according to the Hollywood Reporter, they expect that this Discovery President and CEO David Zaslav will likely, and there will be a likely changing of the guard at Warner Media. David Zaslav may take over with Jeff Zucker. And would they bring their own people? This is the conversation right now. Despite all this stuff, there's a lot of it's speculation, but that does happen in giant merging companies with the same roles in both companies. They don't just partner up. One takes over the other. One gets kicked out and the other one stays. Who will get kicked out? Who will stay? We don't know. We don't know. And this could be the reason why Toby Emmerich was kind of looking for a job. I don't think he expects. I think he knew that this was going to happen, right? They're the inside sources or whatever says, hey, they're going to merge, man. I think you're going to lose your job. And this may be the case here. This may actually, him leaving the company only because there was another merger. So how interesting is that? And if that happens, I'd say, I know this is bigger than any Restore Snyderverse or any movies, but this is, come on, Entertainment Channel, we're talking about DC and stuff like that. Of course, going to talk about Snyderverse. This could potentially be good. There's a chance that this could be good. This for Restore to Snyderverse. Better chances if Toby Emmerich was involved. Better chances if Ant Sarnoff and whatever. I think Toby Emmerich is the biggest one out of that should be gone out of everybody else. But this also could mean Jason Carler could be gone as well. Not that saying he was 100%. I don't know if he was 100% supportive of the Snyderverse. Don't know, because he came on board after Bob Greensplat and Kevin Reilly left. The original two that was very supportive and actually was instrumental in getting the Snyder Cut out. Remember those two legends? I don't know where they are, but they are legends, and they are the one that helped the Snyder Cut. But we're now in another interesting scenario once again. That it's possible that this new merger, just like the at&t and Warner Brothers thing before, that helped the Snyder Cut. Now we're in another situation where there's another merger that it's needed once again. Another group of people in charge of HBO Max, in charge of Warner Brothers and Warner Media, essentially, because Warner Media controls Warner Brothers and all that, in charge of Warner Media, that could make decisions. What are their ideas? Hey, they could probably say, I don't care about the Snyder Cut either. That's true. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they think that. We don't know. But it's great to have fresh minds in there, right? Fresh blood in there. And maybe another pitch could be involved with that. Another one, just to throw it out there. Hey, you're the new guard. I got this Snyderverse. Are you interested in it? And they could be. In fact, it's almost within this article, it seems like these are more likely to put more money out. They're actually putting, budget. They need to put more product, more content. They're not holding back. They're not like, well, we don't want to spend it on this. We don't want to spend it on this. They're more likely to throw money in because they are absolutely trying their best to beat Netflix and Disney Plus, right? They want to go for the top. And that's the kind of people we want. We want people who want to strive to go for the top, meaning just like Netflix, they pretty much greenlight whatever at this point, right? They would probably greenlight. So I don't know if this deal will be good for Restore Snyderverse, but when I'm reading this, I feel like there are better chances with the changing of the guard, of course, at Warner Media than not. So this merger could be that potential. So for me, this is hope in terms of Snyderverse. But it's also an interesting business thing as well. I mean, I wonder how at&t stocks will go. Will it go up? I don't know. But I'm really curious about this. I'm really curious who's going to be in charge of all this. What's going to happen to the guard? Warner Brothers, Absolutely. The execs over Warner Brothers are really nervous now. They're like, oh my God, I'm not going to have a job. But, hey, maybe we need a change. And we definitely do. I mean, I really do. Maybe that change is this. So let's see what happens. I'm very curious to see what will happen with all this going on. And I'm really, in a way, kind of excited as well. So I can't wait to hear what happens next. But I do believe this is as of this moment, it seems like honestly, it seems very positive to me. All right. Well, let's get into the members' comments and questions right now. Kal-El of Krypton, The Flash being an Endgame-sized Justice League movie? Bah! Give me a break, Warner Brothers. Also, given they are using the Burtonverse, here they even consulted with Tim Burton, or are they just stealing his world building like they're doing with Snyder? Sorry for now, for me, this sounding less like The Flash and more like the trash. What's up, Chris? You know what video games that you should pitch to Zack since you interviewed him before and that would turn into a franchise? Since Zack is great at visual effects and have him and Dave Bautista teaming up again is Gears of War. Oh, I know for years Bautista have mentioned many times that he want to play the main guy on that game. I mean, he kind of looks like him. Just puts a bandana, he looks like him. I don't know if you play the game, but I have played it many times, but that would be an epic game turned into movies franchise. I've played the first, and I think the first and second. I think when I was younger, was at my friend's house, and we were just like all night, just play it, finish it. Bautista would be great in that movie. If Bautista can get Netflix or another studio to do it, I'll pay money to see the movie. I would too. Let me see. So Zack is making it absolutely clear whether or not his DCEU vision is solely in the hands of Warner Bros. And apparently Warner Media. Really, all that has to happen is restore the separation of HBO Max from Warner Bros. In regards to leadership and give Zack the reins in HBO Max. It would seem, therefore, everything hinges on what happens with the leadership as Emmerich approaches the end of his terms. And it could be a lot closer than we think. Glad to be here, Chris. The Empire are huge fans. I will say that with the tension surrounding the DCU, the Warner Brother execs remind me of sand. I'm sorry. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. That's the actual... Okay. I think that was from Attack of the Clones. Oh, they're so cute. Thank you, Ori. Yeah, they're really, they're something. They're crazy, though. They'd be crazy, though. So, yeah, your two older kids remind me of Trunks and Gohan. That's hilarious. Yeah, so I had my, because I promised, I said every time there was going to be a new Disney Marvel, because Sony Marvel can be kind of dark, and I don't think my wife was like, I don't really want them to watch that. So, Disney Marvel, so I had them, there's two clips that came out, Thor and Black Widow, and they totally forgot. They never saw the Black Widow trailer at all. So when they finished with the clip, they're like, "Was there a trailer?" And I'm like, "Oh, we haven't seen it. Did I show you that?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh crap." So I don't know if I'll show them that. I think we'll just move on, because I think isn't it coming out pretty soon? I don't know. But anyway, so I got to react to that. Of course, they couldn't really pay attention too much. Grayson, the oldest one, he paid attention. He knew what was going on, so he'd be perfect for his own YouTube channel one day. So, that was his goal. So I'm like, hey, if that's your goal, I'll get you a computer soon, and we can start it up, and you can open Pokemon cards and stuff, whatever you want to do. So that'd be great. So it's fantastic. I like having them on, seeing their just honest, innocent reaction. Little Declan, all about seeing the elevators, and when you saw Loki, and it was like, is that an elevator? Is that an elevator? So it's really fun. It's really fun time, and expect more of that for all the Disney Marvel stuff that's coming out. All right, well, I'll end it there before I keep blabbering on about my children. But yeah, really curious. I'm really curious to see what happens tomorrow, and I hope it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. All right, crossing all fingers and toes. All right, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, get some t-shirts down below, and I'll see you next time.